Imagine plunging more than 2 miles beneath the surface of the ocean into a realm so alien and harsh that it feels like stepping onto another planet. There, hidden in the blackness, lies a killer lake, so deadly it can dissolve steel and instantly kill any creature that dares to enter. But paradoxically, the death it deals is eternal. How can a lake exist beneath the ocean, surrounded by water? And why is this brutal underwater world rewriting the very origins and future of life on Earth? At the bottom of the sea in some places, you'll find pools filled with water so salty and toxic they behave like alien lakes trapped under thousands of feet of ocean. These extreme brine pools hold salt concentrations up to 200 times that of normal seawater, making them nearly impossible for marine life to survive in. Approach one of these brine pools, and the surrounding ocean quickly gives way to an eerie, shimmering shoreline. Cross that invisible boundary, and the deadly cocktail of chemicals inside, salt, hydrogen sulfide, methane, and heavy metals, causes sudden death by shock. What's truly astonishing, the bodies of animals that fall in don't decompose like normal. Instead, they're perfectly preserved for years, sealed in mineral tombs formed by the brine's unique chemistry. In fact, some crabs have been found intact after 8 years, frozen in a chemical stasis unlike anything else on Earth. Why does this underwater lake kill instantly, yet preserve for so long? The secret lies in the pool's super salty nature and toxic ingredients. Imagine the shock of putting 5 to 10 teaspoons of pure salt right into your mouth. Your body would instantly dry out, burning from within. For aquatic creatures, this means that when they touch the brine, osmosis pulls water out of their cells so fast they die from dehydration within seconds. Add to this the poison of hydrogen sulfide, a gas that smells like rotten eggs but attacks oxygen transport in cells. Without oxygen, organs shut down, muscles spasm, and life ends quickly and mercilessly. Meanwhile, the high concentration of barium and sulfate in the water crystallizes around the corpse, forming a protective mineral coffin called barite, which locks the body in place, immune to decay or scavengers. Despite these hellish conditions, these pools aren't completely lifeless. Strange microbes thrive here, organisms that don't need oxygen and feed off methane and hydrogen sulfide, surviving in near-boiling temperatures and corrosive acidity. These extremophils provide a living snapshot of what Earth's earliest environments may have looked like over 2.7 billion years ago, when the atmosphere lacked oxygen and oceans were rich in toxic chemicals. Through studying these brine pools, scientists glimpse the dawn of life, primitive bacteria that existed in a world without sunlight, relying on chemical energy to survive. Most importantly, this extreme habitat has helped us understand the origins of photosynthesis, the process that would one day fill Earth's atmosphere with oxygen. Among those ancient microbes, some evolved the incredible ability to harness sunlight and water to produce energy. This photosynthesis process also created oxygen as a waste product, a gas toxic to most life at the time. This triggered the Great Oxygenation Event, transforming Earth's atmosphere by adding breathable oxygen, creating the protective ozone layer, and paving the way for complex life forms, including us. But new discoveries in the deep ocean are challenging the long-held view that oxygen production needed sunlight and life. Researchers have found mysterious dark oxygen in deep Pacific Ocean trenches, oxygen being produced far beyond sunlight's reach, in total darkness, without traditional photosynthesis. In 2013, marine scientist Andrew Sweetman and his team deployed automated underwater landers deep in the Clarion-Clipperton Zone, a vast area of the Pacific seafloor between Hawaii and Mexico known for its potential mineral wealth. They expected oxygen levels to decrease with depth. Common knowledge says oxygen dissolves slowly downward and marine life consumes it. Instead, they were stunned. Oxygen levels were rising at great depths, even surpassing surface levels in some spots. This dark oxygen wasn't explained by sunlight or previously known biological processes. Could chemical reactions in the seafloor itself be generating this oxygen? And if so, what does it mean for life on Earth and beyond? The key to this mystery lies in strange potato-sized rocks scattered across the deep seafloor, polymetallic nodules rich in metals like manganese, nickel, and cobalt. These nodules take millions of years to form, layer by layer, gradually accumulating metals dissolved in ocean water. In the lab, these rocks mimic the conditions of the seafloor when placed in salty, cold water equipped with electrodes. The experiment amazed scientists. The nodules generated electric voltage, as if acting like natural underwater batteries. This electrical charge could potentially split water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen, producing oxygen abiotically, without biological life. Of course, revolutionary discoveries invite skepticism. Some scientists question whether the lab conditions accurately replicate the crushing pressures of deep ocean trenches. Others point out inconsistencies, such as the lack of measurable hydrogen gas, which should accompany oxygen if water splitting occurs. Various follow-up studies have returned mixed results, sparking a lively debate about mechanisms and interpretations. But the biggest takeaway: we still barely understand our own ocean's chemical and biological complexity. The discoveries push science toward new horizons and reveal a hidden source of oxygen not dependent on sunlight or organisms. This dark oxygen rewrites assumptions about what conditions life needs. If oxygen flows naturally from chemical reactions deep underwater, then extraterrestrial worlds that lack sunlit surfaces, like icy moons in our solar system, might also harbor oxygen and potentially life. Our search for life in the cosmos, often focused on planets in just the right Goldilocks zone around stars, may soon need to include dark, chemically active oceans elsewhere. Back on Earth, this revelation invites caution. Deep-sea mining for metals, the very metals needed for renewable energy technologies, threatens fragile ecosystems that rely on this oxygen and complex food webs surviving in darkness. Past mining tests wiped out up to 80% of local deep-sea life, and some areas still have not recovered decades later. The ocean floor hosts staggering biodiversity, with over 5,000 unique species found only in certain subsea trenches. This rich life depends on carefully balanced chemical cycles sustained by oxygen from these mysterious sources. Imagine a blue whale sinking to the abyss. Its massive body becomes a feast lasting decades, feeding a vast community from large scavengers down to microbes producing life-sustaining hydrogen sulfide. Disrupting this delicate balance could wipe out entire ecosystems before we understand their significance or give them a chance to recover. With billions of dollars on the line from mining companies, political and financial interests complicate efforts to protect these underwater worlds. Driven by this mix of wonder and urgency, governments and scientists worldwide, including in the US, Japan, and across Europe, are calling for temporary bans on deep-sea mining while we better understand these ecosystems. Ongoing projects, supported by major research foundations, aim to replicate and validate findings on oxygen production and ecosystem stability, even sending probes deeper than ever by 2026. These studies aim to confirm whether the oxygen produced by these natural batteries truly supports unique life forms, and to uncover if microbes play an unknown role. The answers could redefine concepts of life and energy on Earth and inform the search for life beyond. So next time you gaze at the ocean, think about the mysteries hidden in the crushing darkness miles below. Lakes of poison that preserve death forever, stones that pulse with electric life, and oxygen rising from darkness itself. Life on Earth might have begun not just in sunlight, but in the cold, crushing depths, fueled by the chemistry of minerals and salt. Our planet's tale is far from complete, and these silent abyssal worlds hold secrets vital to science, life, and even our future survival. Protecting them is not just about saving exotic creatures, it's about preserving the unknown foundations of life on Earth and beyond. Stay curious, stay amazed, and keep exploring with science.